Hi everyone, and welcome to week 3 of our home yoga practice series. This week we're concentrating on floor poses, so the entire flow is actually going to happen right down on the mat. Now, after you're finished watching this video, be sure to head over to Instagram where you can see a brand new photo of a yoga pose every single day this month. All the links are in the description box. For our floor sequence, we are going to start in a cross-legged position. So just come to a comfortable seat. We're gonna roll our shoulders down our back, bring your hands onto your knees, and we're just gonna take a few deep centering breaths. In through the nose, out through the nose. Really trying to lengthen your spine on every inhale, and really relax into your sits bones on your exhales. Inhale up, exhale, root down. We're gonna start to warm up with a few hip rolls. So as we come forward, we're gonna inhale, and then exhale as we round back. Inhale as you round forward, and exhale as you come back. Now, if you saw week 1 of our practice, we actually incorporated this into our original flow. We talked a lot about finding those spots that need a little bit more attention. So if you find that you have a really tight spot in your hips, just spend some time there. You can work it out, see if you can kind of find some extra movement in there, and then continue to move in a full circle. We're gonna come to the center and switch directions, making sure to find a full range of motion here, really trying to accentuate the movement to warm up your hips. We're gonna come back to center, take a big deep breath to reset. You're gonna bring your hands outside of your body. We're gonna inhale to reach up, exhale to stretch over to one side. Inhale to reach up, exhale to stretch over. Really reaching up through your top fingertips and making sure your bottom shoulder is down away from your ear. Move with your breath here. Each inhale coming up, each exhale stretching over. Intending both sits bones to the ground, so as you stretch over, really try to keep those sits bones rooted. And this is gonna help to accentuate the stretch through your side body. One more time up and into a gentle twist. So simply bring your right hand onto your left knee and twist back. Inhale up and twist back. We'll do 2 more. Inhale up and twist. Inhale up and twist. Come back to center. Take a big breath in to reset and big breath out. Now just to warm up our shoulders a little bit, kind of let out any tension that you have. We're gonna inhale our shoulders up to our ears and then totally just let everything go. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale up, exhale, release. One more time, inhale up, exhale, release. We're gonna move on to our hands and knees, coming with our knees directly below our hips, wrist creases directly below your shoulders. Inhale to lift up, exhale to curl in, coming through cat-cow here. Matching our inhales and exhales to our movement, and moving at whatever speed feels best for you today. If you're feeling really tight, you may want to move a little bit slower. If you're feeling fairly energetic, you may do this quite quickly. One more inhale. Exhale, back to center. We're gonna walk our knees back slightly and work through a flow right on the ground. So we're gonna come forward on our knees, lower all the way down, untuck your toes, come into cobra, release back onto the floor, come back into table pose, and go through 1 round of cat-cow. Inhale up, exhale, round. We're gonna do that again. So move your knees back slightly, untuck your toes, come forward, release down, inhale into cobra, exhale to the floor, back up through table, and through another round of cat-cow. Inhale, exhale, round. time we'll add one more pose onto the flow. So bring your knees back, lowering down. Inhale into cobra. Exhale, release. Coming all the way back into child's pose, stretching your arms long. Lifting back up into table, one round of cat-cow, inhale. Exhale to round. Coming back to center, moving your knees back. Coming down onto the floor, inhale to cobra. Exhale, release. Push all the way back into child's pose. Stretch your fingertips long. Lift up into table. Inhale to cat-cow. Exhale to round. Walk your knees back slightly. Come all the way down onto the ground and release. Now here we'll start to move into some additional floor poses. So first up, we'll come into cobra once again, this time moving in progressively. So we're going to lift up and look over our left shoulder and release. Come up and look over our right shoulder and release. One more time, up, over left shoulder, release. Over our right shoulder, release. And we're gonna walk all the way up, right, left, push all the way back into child's pose. Stretch through your fingertips. Come back through one more round of cat-cow. Inhale to look up. Exhale to round. Lower all the way back down onto the floor. And we'll move into locust pose. Now this week, we're gonna interlace our fingers behind our back. We're gonna inhale to lift our shoulders, lift our front body, and then lift our back body as well, making sure your toes and your heels are glued together, kneecaps are engaged, your legs are straight and strong, creating a long line all the way from your head through your toes. Inhale one more time. Exhale, come a little bit higher, and release. You can bring one ear to the mat. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Switch your head. So you're gonna switch your ears. Take a deep breath in on the other side. Deep breath out. And then coming back to center, we're gonna come onto our forearms. And we're gonna stretch through our front body, but also give our legs a really great stretch here too. So you're gonna measure between your arms, just grabbing your opposite elbows, and then we're actually going to leave our right arm exactly where it is. So it's parallel with the front of our mat. From here, we're gonna bend our left leg, grab onto your foot, and you're gonna start to pull that foot towards your bum. Now, depending on your flexibility, this may be quite a deep stretch for you. If you wanna move a little bit deeper, you're gonna start to rotate your hand, pushing all the way in, and you should start to feel this in the front of your quad. Breathe deeply here, opening up through your chest. Now, in these longer stretches where we're working into these big muscles, it's important to distinguish the difference between discomfort and pain. So here, you're gonna probably feel a little bit of discomfort, a deep stretch. If at any time you feel pain or burning, you really want to release the pose and come into a lighter variation. We're gonna do one more deep breath here. Exhale, let that leg go. We're gonna bring our arms back out in front of us, remeasure, move on to the other side. So this time our left arm is parallel with the front of the mat. We're gonna bring our right foot back behind us. And again, you're gonna grab onto that foot and either stay right here or twist your hand around to move deeper into that stretch. You wanna keep your left ear away from your shoulder, so try not to collapse into your chest or into your shoulder. We're gonna really push into that arm, stay lifted, rotate through our chest, and concentrate on finding extra space in your hip and the front of your leg. One more deep breath here. And we're gonna release that all the way back down onto the mat. We're gonna come up here into seal pose, which we also practiced in one of the earlier sequences. So bringing our feet a little bit wider, bring our hands to the front of our mat a little bit wider as well. Basically, you have your hands at the corners and your feet at the corners. We're gonna push up, opening up our front body, keeping our lower back nice and loose, our lower body and legs completely relaxed. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, release down to the mat. And again, bring one ear to the mat. And just completely relax. Your toes can touch, heels can fall apart, hands can face up. You can basically shake your hips here as well to give your lower back a gentle release. We're gonna switch our head, switch our ears. 2 more deep breaths. Bringing your chin back to center, we'll move into one more back bend here that's gonna help to open up our chest as well. So now that we've really stretched out our quads and our hip in the last pose, it's gonna give us a little bit more freedom to move into bow. So for bow, we're gonna grab both of our feet, bend both of our knees, reach back. We're gonna try to keep straight wrist creases here. So we're not gonna kind of grab our feet too much, just grab on with our fingers. Shoulders are away from your ears, and then you're slowly gonna start to kick into your feet. It's really all about the kick here. Kick into your feet to lift your chest up. Now, it's okay if you only come a little bit up. You might only come this far off the ground. Today, I'm only coming this far. You may be all the way that your feet are touching your head. Everybody is at a totally different level. We're gonna try to keep our knees and hips and feet all in one line so you're not splaying out to the side, and relax your neck here so you can totally let your head go. One more inhale, and then exhale, totally release. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. We're gonna press back and up and come all the way into child's pose here. Relaxing your hips. And you can do either the traditional variation of child's pose, or you can open your knees wide. We're allowing our lower back to stretch in the opposite direction here. This passive pose can be quite restorative. One more inhale and exhale. We're slowly gonna walk our hands up, back into a seated position. We're gonna bring our knees together, slide our legs under, and we're gonna roll onto our back. So bringing your feet planted onto the ground, your knees are bent, we're just gonna roll really slowly onto our back here. Now when you get all the way down, we're gonna bring our knees or our feet directly under our knees. You may be able to touch them here, but for me to have my feet right under my knees, I actually need to walk them a little bit further away. We're gonna roll our shoulders under our body. We're gonna bring our hands, so our hands are facing right towards the ceiling. Our elbows are kind of locked in towards our body. We're gonna come up into an easy bridge pose here. And we're gonna pulse. So we're gonna inhale, lift our hips. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift our hips. Exhale, release. We're gonna do 3 more. So coming up on your inhale, pushing into your feet. And then exhaling, rolling your spine 1 vertebrae at a time back onto the mat. 2 more. Inhale. And on our last one, we're gonna bring our arms underneath our body, roll our shoulders under a little bit more, 1 at a time. We're gonna push up into a full bridge pose. So here, we're really pushing through our feet, keeping our knees, feet, and hips all in line. So making sure nothing is kind of splaying out to the sides. Keeping our chin slightly tucked and pushing into your feet to lift up as much as you can. Breathe deeply here. One more breath. And then untucking your shoulders one at a time. We're gonna release our hands and very slowly, one vertebrae at a time, almost like you're rolling a tire back onto the ground. We're just gonna roll one vertebrae at a time until our tailbone tucks. Extend your left leg. We're gonna bring our right knee into our chest, wrap our fingers around our knee. We're gonna bring it just slightly out to the side so we're avoiding our rib cage. Bring it in towards our shoulder. Keeping your chin tucked here. Left leg flat on the ground. If your leg is really popping up, you can flex that foot. But make sure to keep your right foot kind of relaxed, easy here. You don't need to flex it. In this pose, we're concentrating on our hip crease. So if you can feel a little bit of tension there, that's a good thing. Again, another place where you want to feel discomfort and a stretch, but not pain. If you're feeling pain, you want to release it slightly. One more inhale. And exhale, release to the ground, release your hands to the ground. Opposite leg, so bring your left leg up, wrap your hands around. Right leg is relaxed, left foot is relaxed. Bring your leg out slightly to the side, and then pull it in towards your armpit, towards your shoulder. Chin is slightly tucked here. Breathing deeply, trying to send that breath to your hip crease. One more inhale, and exhale. And release everything to the ground. And then lifting both legs up into your chest, we're gonna grab onto our knees, and then we're gonna separate our knees coming into half happy baby here. Now you can roll around a little bit, giving yourself a bit of a back massage, and just allow the weight of your arms and the weight of your hands to gently pull your knees down towards the ground. And you can either stay here, or if you'd like a little bit of a deeper stretch, you can move into full happy baby by reaching in and grabbing the outsides of your feet and then lifting your shins up so they're actually perpendicular to the floor. So you're gonna lift them up, and then you're gonna pull with your arms down, trying to keep your shoulders on the ground and bringing your knees closer to your armpits. And again, you can roll around a little bit here, give yourself a nice massage, intending to keep your tailbone all the way up to your neck, completely on the floor. Coming out of happy baby, we're just gonna give ourselves a nice big hug, roll back and forth. You can even bring your head off the floor and give yourself a really good hug, a nice squeeze. Then releasing your feet back onto the mat, we're gonna come into one final twist. So for our twist, we're gonna release our left leg to the floor, and we're actually gonna press into our right foot, lift our hips, and lift them over just about an inch or two to the right-hand side. Bring your right foot onto your left knee, left hand onto your right knee. We're gonna extend our right arm out, and then gently just pull your leg down over to the side, coming into a twist. You can look over your right shoulder. And with each breath, you may feel that your knee comes a little bit closer to the ground. Be sure to keep your right shoulder rooted onto the mat. And breathe normally here. Starting to cool down your body. Get it ready for relaxation. One more inhale. Exhaling fully. Gently rolling back to center. We're gonna realign our hips by pushing into your foot. Move them over to the left-hand side an inch or two, and we're gonna switch our legs. Left foot comes onto right knee, right hand grabs left knee, and then we're gently gonna twist over to the right side. You can look over your left shoulder. Ensure that your shoulder is staying planted onto the mat as you twist. With each breath, allowing your body to relax a little bit more into the pose. Finding space in your your body. And allowing the weight of your leg and your arm to do a lot of the work for you here. One more deep breath in. Exhale. Roll back to center. Realign your hips. Give yourself one more hug here, wrapping your arms around your legs, rolling back and forth before extending out into your relaxation. Legs can come wide, feet can flop open, hands are slightly away from the body. You're gonna roll your shoulders underneath you. And here we really wanna let our breathing return to normal. You can do this by bringing one hand to your belly and one hand to your chest. Just feeling your breath as it moves through your chest, through your stomach. Try to release all the tension from your feet, from your legs, your torso, your fingertips, your arms, your shoulders, your back, your neck. Let your tongue drop away from the roof of your mouth. Relax your jaw. And let any tension that remains just drip off of you here. You can stay in this pose for as long as you'd like. And when you're ready to come out, you're just going to start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, reawaken your body. We're going to bring our knees into our chest. Gently rock one way and then the other. Then gently just roll up into a seated position. Keeping your eyes closed. Sit tall. Bring your hands to your heart. Tuck your chin slightly. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. If you're looking for some additional sequences, be sure to check out the description box below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next week.